Let's start with our lead story here with some good news. I mean, it's Friday, folks. It's been a long week, okay, for all of us. Let's start with some freaking phenomenal news and news we've been waiting for here. Brian Stelter, folks, of CNN, who has been long criticized for bias against conservatives, Fox News, former President Donald Trump, told NPR, National Public Radio, he's leaving CNN as the cable network is canceling reliable sources. The name within itself is just outlandish, Orwellian. He's not a reliable source. He's a freaking biased source. We all know who he is. And I don't know if you remember, I was talking about this a while ago of when they're having some change up in the executives of CNN. I'm like, how the hell is Don Lemon and Brian Stelter, Anderson Cooper, like these guys still your freaking lineup? They suck. Your ratings suck. So why would these guys be your lineup? Turns out I was right, folks. It just took a couple months for CNN to wake up and realize, man, this guy's show is terrible. He's not getting any ratings. Wait till we just get to the details of it. You're going to laugh. It's hilarious. Stelter, CNN's chief media correspondent, told NPR in a statement that he's grateful for the show and his team's examination of the media and, get this, truth and the stories that shaped our world. He thinks he was spreading truth. God, the guy's delusional. He's so delusional. Wait till we get to the other stuff to show just how delusional this man was. It was a rare privilege to lead a weekly show focused on the press at a time when it has never been more consequential. Why is everybody using this term, Democrats nowadays, of consequential? You have Joe Biden leaning to the mic whispering, it's consequential. You got money back in your wallet. You have the power now. Like, why are we all spreading this word all of a sudden consequential? The only thing that's consequential is the damage that the Democrat Party and Joe Biden's doing to this country. That's the only thing that's consequential, but they're not going to talk about it on reliable sources. No. Their reliable sources is pushing all this fake January 6th stuff, just all this Russian hoax, misinformation, hubbub crap. Hunter Biden laptop's not real. Turns out it is real. Yada, yada, yada. CNN chief Chris Litch told Stelter of the decision Wednesday. NPR said, adding that Litch has been making cuts at the network as part of Warner Brothers Discovery's takeover of the old Time Warner company. The outlet said Stelter often touted the ratings of reliable sources on Twitter. Again, delusional. NPR added that investors, John Malone, a major financial stakeholder in the new Warner Discovery conglomerate, was among those who has criticized CNN for having become more politicized in the Trump years. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, they got a ton of ratings. Trump basically kept them alive. There's a lot of talk that they were going under. The ratings were already sucking before Trump. Trump comes, ratings skyrocket, which is why they want him back. They'll pretend like they don't like the guy, but they need the man, right? They need him. It's like that one movie, what is it, A Few Good Men with Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson. You need me on that wall. You want me on that wall. They need Trump. In fact, the outlet said that Stelter in February referred to Malone more than a dozen times amid coverage of the Discovery deal and expressed concern about Malone's influence on CNN. You should be concerned, man. Your ratings sucked. Nobody watched your show. You got a major financial stakeholder in the company looking at it going, man, this guy's freaking tanking us. We need to get the hell this guy off the freaking airwaves. So he knew it was coming. Stelter knew it was coming. CNN as a whole knew it was coming. Hell, I knew it was coming. I was just wondering why the hell it hadn't come sooner. NPR said Stelter got his start blogging about cable news as a student and later became a media reporter for the New York Times. I would be curious to see how much he has changed from the time he was a student till who he is now. People change over time. I hope I only changed to be, in a positive good, not necessarily a negative, kind of like Stelter was here. Hopefully I still stay a good person if the show ever takes off. Well, how bad has it been? Check this out, folks. Jesus, this is unbelievable. It's no secret that CNN has been struggling for a while. Besides the scandalous departures of former head Jeff Zucker and anchor Chris Cuomo and the embarrassingly fast demise of CNN Plus, the cable network hasn't exactly been a ratings juggernaut. Things were bad for Stelter too in that department. While it was pointed out in May of 2021 that Reliable Sources has suffered its lowest ratings of the year. Check this out. I can't even say this with a straight face. The show actually had better ratings when Stelter wasn't hosting it. And this is the guy that's pushing his ratings on Twitter when the dude wasn't even there and the show did better. It just says that his own viewers didn't like him. The CNN natural viewership didn't like Brian Stelter on his own show. Critics have often labeled Stelter a hall monitor for the media, and attacks against him, particularly for biased reporting, seem to grow louder and more frequent over time. But it didn't seem to faze him. In February, Stelter ran some PR for CNN at the end of Reliable Sources show, defending it from critics who said the cable network was lacking journalism and dealt in opinions all the time. Instead, Stelter opined of critics that they're not watching CNN. So you have your own viewers. You have those that like CNN telling you, look, man, you're lacking journalism. Basically, you suck at your job. You need to switch things up. And he's going, well, you're not actually watching the show. You're not watching CNN. I mean, talk about a guy that's an idiot. Wouldn't you want feedback from your viewers? I'm not saying you're always going to cater to the viewers, because at the end of the day, it is your show. But they're the ones that take interest in you. They're the ones that like you. So why don't you give them kind of what they want a little bit every now and then? I'm not saying all the time, but every now and then. Like there's stories you guys want me to cover. I get emails and stuff like that. I kind of pick and choose what we want to go with. Sometimes there's a theme of the show and everything. There's a lot of things that go into it, but I still read all of them. You know what I mean? I still try to talk to you guys when I can. I see the comments down there. I like to indulge every now and then, but he doesn't even do that. He treats his viewers like crap. Like what the heck? At least when you guys say some things outlandish sometimes I agree with it. Sometimes I don't, but I still indulge with a nice laugh and giggle because I think it's really funny. Not in a bad way, and sometimes even in a good way. Some of you say some freaking outlandish things, let me tell you. Like things I actually can't comment back on. I'm like, Jesus, man, let's bring it down a little bit, brother. I know the energy, I know the rage is there because of what the Democrats and progressive left are doing, but damn, tell me you need to calm down a little bit. But trust me, I read literally every single comment. Got an app on my phone. I scroll through. So just know I am there for all of you. Look, we're patriots. We're a community. And I really do mean this. Our community and what I want to build here on YouTube, I want to build a community that's better than the Daily Wire. I want to build a community that's better than the Blaze. Not saying company-wise, just where we can talk with one another and just see frequent faces. And we're already building that. There's a lot of you that comment on every episode. A lot of you are already interacting with one another in every episode, telling each other good morning. That's the type of community I want here of conservatives, Republicans, because nobody does that. What YouTube channels telling each other good morning in the comments? Hey, how you been? How's life? How's your family? That's how conservatives should be talking to one another. That's how we used to do it back in the day on the founding, where we actually treated our neighbors, our brothers with respect, our fellow countrymen. We need to come back to that, and that's what I want here on the Bald Brad Show. I call you guys my friends for a reason. I've never met you before. I'm sure some of you are crazy. Heck, I'm a little crazy as well. But that doesn't mean we can't be nice to one another. We're patriots. We're Republicans. We're conservatives. We all want the best for this country. And that should be shown in the comments below. And I think we have that here at the Bald Brad Show, which is why if you want to hop on the bandwagon, hit that like and subscribe button, folks. If you haven't already, what are you doing? What are you doing? I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Bald Brad Show. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all our future content.